Consistency. This is what Senate President Francis Escudero sees when President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. signs the Archipelagic Sea Lanes Act and the Philippine Maritime Zones Act. According to Escudero, the Archipelagic Sea Lanes Act is the first law that enshrines the rights, ownership, and sovereignty of the Philippines in the West Philippine Sea. He said he also wants to have recognition of foreign judgment on the Permanent Court of Arbitration's 2016 arbitral ruling that recognizes the rights of the Philippines in the territory for stronger legal basis.
So that no president in the future can change this stance and policy of the Philippines with respect to the West Philippine Sea. That means to say no president can trifle with this position or set it aside, because under our constitution, the main function of a president is to execute our laws.
Escudero explained this is only a domestic law that cannot compel China, but
it will provide consistency and sustainability and predictability with respect to future actions of future presidents. That we will not see what happened in the previous administration where the Philippines' rights, sovereignty, and interest over this area were diluted.
Escudero hopes that with the enactment of the two laws, this will not happen again. He stressed when it comes to China, war is not an option. And with the implementation, according to Escudero, the Philippine Coast Guard will inform others that it is part of the Philippine territory. The Senate President clarified this is a policy or framework bill to help the President implement the arbitral ruling and not a budgetary bill, but it doesn't mean a fund can't be allocated depending on the General Appropriations Act. Meanwhile, when it comes to having a treaty with other countries, just like the Reciprocal Access Agreement, a bilateral defense and security pact with Japan which includes military training and operations,
I believe that these agreements, the RAA and similar agreements with our allies, will enable us to, as I said earlier, provide an effective deterrence while our military is not strong enough to provide that deterrence.
According to Escudero, particularly the RAA, the proposed treaty has yet to reach the Senate. He said when it reached them, it may take up to a month for its deliberations and voting. It is possible to complete this year if it is given to the Senate before the end of October, because after this, the Senate will be busy deliberating on the 2025 budget. Rod Lagusad from the National TV Network for a new and better Philippines.